In this video, I want to do two things. The first one, I want to make it to where the barricade stops destroying itself. And the second one, I want to go ahead and work on an optimization that I meant to do quite a while ago, but completely forgot. And that is going to be unloading the debris. So basically, well, actually, we'll just come to that here in a second. So first off, let's go ahead and go to our barricade here, go to the blueprint and disconnect, begin play. So now we can focus on the barricade, or sorry, the debris. So in the debris, on construction, we end up taking whatever, properties we marked as the visual for the asset bundle, which in this case, it is the static mesh, as you can see here, which in this context is this main door, which corresponds to these materials, which corresponds to their textures, so on and so forth. So those are getting loaded from disk into memory. Then once the door has been purchased, the door is either immediately destroyed or given a lifetime, which eventually does simply destroy it. So once it's destroyed, we want to go ahead and just unload the door from memory. It no longer needs to be there, so why waste resources having it? So to begin, we want to first off do something that is somewhat unique to this door, and that is going to be the material, because the way I have this set up by default is if we head to the master material, you can see we have the main door being used as the textures. So we want to swap these to something that is always going to be loaded into memory. So that could be, this pillar, it could be the mannequin, something like that. So that way it's not always going to have, something referencing it, keeping it alive. Now, in our case, we have access to the mannequin. So let me actually just press play and load up the mesh. And while I'm at it, I also want to move this farther in, so I'm not having to run to the door for testing. So in the mannequin, if we go to one of the materials, we can see we have, our base color. So let's grab the diffuse, go to our master, and just swap it out. Then we have, any of these normals. We can swap that. And then for the ORM, honestly, I'm actually just going to do the diffuse again. So I'm going to replace the ORM with the diffuse. Press apply and save. Now there should be, I think, like some kind of can't remember what they call them. Like they're like default textures. Actually, that's in some kind of plugin. But that's also something to consider using as well, because they're just very small textures that are more or less kind of, I guess you could say, stand-ins. So that's also not a bad idea. So for example, we can swap out to this default color. And I want to do the same thing. I'm going to swap to the default color there. And then we need a normal. So let's see if we can find a default normal that is also in fab, like so. And that's going to actually bring the overall size of this master material that is constantly loaded to be quite small. So that's something to at least think about. So once we've done that, we're good to go there, and we just need to modify the main door because it is now using those defaults. So let's enable those. Go ahead and set the albedo, normal, and mix map accordingly, and save. So now we have our door back. The master material is no longer using those materials, so we are good to go. Now, here's kind of the overall way we're going to check this and the problem. So if I press play, and you typically don't want to actually do this in the editor because the editor kind of keeps things alive and loaded that you don't really need. But if we type in mem report, let that run. And I'm also going to go ahead and buy the door while I'm at it, so it destroys itself. So the door has now been destroyed. But if we run a mem report and go to saved, profiling, mem reports, and load it up, here's all the stuff that's been loaded into memory. So now that the door has been destroyed, I'm going to run it again, like so. So now we have the before and after, and on the before, if we type in main door, you can see here's the static mesh, it's in memory. Here's the, the textures for it, the albedo, mix map, blah, blah, blah. And if we head over to after the main door has been destroyed, you can see we still have the mesh loaded into memory. We still have the textures and all that stuff. So there's where we want to make the change. So I'm going to go ahead and delete my memory ports folder and go to our code. So the way we want to do this is basically the opposite of begin play. So there is a function called end play that we want to override. So if we override end play in our debris, what we can do is the opposite of what we're doing in construction, where we get our asset manager, and instead of loading the primary asset, we unload it. So we can actually just copy that little chunk, paste it in, and swap out load primary asset with unload primary asset. And once we've done that, we can go ahead, close out of the editor, recompile, and relaunch. Okay, once we are back in the editor, we honestly didn't need to load this up. We could have just launched step separate, because remember I said this is not something you want to test in the editor. So we're going to go to our U project and launch game. So we can let that go ahead, load up. There we go. And I set the scalability to 0, so it's on the lowest quality, but we want to run a memory port. So let's run that. I saw a little stutter, which means it ran. Let's go ahead and load it up. Now let's buy the door or the debris and run it again. So run it one more time and we can go ahead and close out. So now we have again the before and after. So with the before, if we search for main door, we have the static mesh, we have the textures, so there's the normal, there's the albedo, there's the mix map, so on and so forth. We head over here to the after and we search for main door. Nothing was found because the main door has been unloaded from memory along with its materials, textures, anything that has been in use from it is no longer sitting there wasting resources. So that's pretty much all I wanted to do there. And with that out of the way, that will also apply to when we have the couch here. And here, it'll just automatically unload them from memory when they are no longer in use. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to get done. Just that small little optimization as a way to show you how you can go through and actually unload things when you no longer need them. So, with that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.